news. Hope you've had a good week. Tell you what, Jim White was impressed when he met Jordan.
Wow, seriously? They're that size?
Over on BBC North West, Diane Oxbury explained why she doesn't trust old people.
One pooed on me when I was a kid and I've never forgiven them.
Between you and me, I'm not sure that Brian Appleyard is as smart as Jeremy Paxman thinks he is.
Brian Appleyard, you're a clever guy. I mean, wouldn't you rather be cleverer?
I don't know what that means.
Over on ITV, they interviewed a man with a hand growing out of his back.
I don't know, I'm not a water specialist, but it wouldn't be for me, I wouldn't know myself.
And finally, if you're interviewing the Dalai Lama, don't try to tell him a joke.
The Dalai Lama walks into a pizza shop.
Cause a shop,
Pizza?
Pizza shop,
Yeah,
yes.
pizza shop. And says, can you make me one with everything?
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? Can you make me one with everything?
Theoretically possible.
Oh, I knew that wouldn't work.
In political news, Silvio Berlusconi has resigned.
After nearly a decade in power, served over 3 separate terms, time has finally run out for Silvio Berlusconi.
That's right, Silvio Berlusconi has resigned to spend more time with his loved ones, by which he means his cock and balls. He's most famous for his bunga bunga parties. In case you don't know what they mean, according to Silvio, bunga bunga is nothing more than a dance. That's not what I heard. It's an underwater orgy with anal intercourse. If that's how he dances, I'd hate to see him on Strictly. Nice to see you. Somebody get him some armbands! It's amazing it took this long for him to go. He said some outrageous things down the years.
If I occasionally happen to look a beautiful girl in the face, it's better to like beautiful girls than to be gay.
I mean, yeah, I've had parties with prostitutes, but at least I'm not a bumlord! Towards the end of his reign, his attempts to stay in power just got crazy. Did you see what he tried to rename his party? Berlusconi suggested that his ailing party should change its name to Go Pussy. It's like the Lib Dems turning around and going, we are the Minge Hunters. On top of that, look who he compared himself to.
In 2006, he was quoted as calling himself the Jesus of politics.
What, because he hung out with prostitutes? That would have changed the Bible. What are you doing? You're meant to feed the 5,000, not shag them. I'll tell you who isn't going to miss Berlusconi. German Chancellor Angela Merkel. They didn't exactly get on.
Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi failed to greet his host because he was on the phone. Berlusconi was still on his call as leaders crossed the Passerelle Bridge.
But if you think ignoring her was bad, look what the silver-tongued charmer called her later. An unfuckable lard arse. It's pretty rich, considering he looks like Mr. Toad. This was the big showbiz news of the week.
After weeks of bad performances, bad feedback, and let's be honest, bad hair, Frankie Cocosa's run on The X Factor has finally come to an end.
Did you see the moment the news broke?
The X Factor contestant Frankie Cocosa has left the ITV show.
So, why has he been booted off the show? He had a line of cocaine. The only white powder he needs is D-Louser. It wasn't just drugs. Did you hear his other boast? I've bedded 7 girls since the show began. How? He looks like an alcoholic weasel. His jeans are so tight, when he gets his cock out, it must be like roadkill. To be honest, I don't care if he took drugs. If I was in charge of the X Factor, I'd have them all on drugs. At least it'd make the show interesting. Imagine Louis Walsh watching this on acid.
You fall in love, we don't like the rabbit, Gary!
Don't worry, Louis.
Now the whole world has slowed down!
No, Louis. This is just how I talk. The most frightening development of this story, Frankie is planning to bring out an album. Yeah, this guy's already seen a copy of the video. In sport, it's sad news for Geordies.
Now, what's in a name? Well, if you're a Newcastle United fan, quite a lot. After almost 120 years, St James's Park will now be called the Sports Direct Arena.
The fans were livid.
Who's going to refer to it anything other than St James's Park?
What passion? The ground is called St James's and nothing will make him change his mind.
What if it brings in some money for new players?
Aye, well, that'd be all right, like, aye.
Fuck it, man. If we buy Wayne Rooney, you can have a jump on me mum. Most of the supporters were furious. But here's a tip. If you want to get your point across, don't dress as a barcode.
We're filling his pockets to think the match is every weekend, and he's taking this all.
No one's taking us seriously, yeah? Because you look like a badger's nutsack. From football to the Olympics, and bad news for flashers.
If you streak at the 2012 Olympics, there could be costly repercussions.
Damn right. Have you seen this? Streakers at next year's Olympic Games face fines of £20,000. Don't stop streaking. Streaking's wonderful. Whose life isn't brightened up by seeing this? Some brilliant crime stories this week. First up, a story from Huddersfield about an idiot. A 31-year-old man was tricked out of 200 quid when he paid for an iPad that turned out to be a bag of potatoes. How thick can you get? Mum, look, I've got an iPad. Dave, that's a potato. Right, I'm phoning the police. They're not answering, Mum. Dave, you're holding a carrot. Unbelievably, in case anyone else was fooled, look at the handy diagram the Yorkshire Post printed. But there's going to be people like, oh, right! I thought this shepherd's pie tasted a bit iPad-y. So who was selling these potatoes? The suspect was a chubby white man in his 40s who had dark blonde hair and an Irish accent. I mean, we all know who that was. Mind you, if you think mistaking an iPad for a potato is thick, check out this criminal trying to evade the police.
When he ran from police, the suspect climbed onto a roof. Instead of giving up, he started jumping from roof to roof, trying to get away from police.
Surely they'll never catch that unstoppable ninja.
Seconds later, he came down. My favourite crime story of the week has to be this belter from Rotherham. An old lady has been the victim of a strange burglary.
Yes, the moral of this story is do not mess with 79-year-old Barbara Gamston and keep your hands off her meerkats.
Back where they belong, in the arms of Barbara. This trio of meerkats mean a lot to her.
Someone has stolen an old lady's plastic meerkat. Look at the blow-the-budget Hollywood-style way they showed this terrible crime.
And unbeknownst to Barbara, spirited away to a house a couple of miles away. But a tip-off from a friend led her to them.
They sellotaped it to her camera. If you think the way they showed it was good, check out what Barbara said when she found out someone had nicked her beloved meerkats.
When my daughter Samantha came, she said, Mother, your meerkats have gone. So I politely said, blow me.
Well, we can do that, Mum, but it's probably just get the meerkats right. It's such an amazing reaction to a crisis. The meerkats are gone, blow me. So where were the meerkats? Well, it turns out they were spotted in a garden 3 miles away. Check out what this wonderful woman did to get them back. Sleuth Granny carries out SAS raid to bring her meerkat home. An SAS raid?
Margaret, cover me. Linda, fetch the zip wire. If I die, tell Titchmarsh I loved him.
Despite her plan, it was a tragic incident.
Sadly, not all of them made it. The trio was once a quartet. One meerkat was chewed to pieces by an unfriendly dog during the escapade.
I loved you so much, Roger. I loved you too. But I fear death has come for me.
You can't die, Roger, you can't die. Don't tell the others. But I think you were my favourite.
Barbara, have you learned nothing? You must never compare the meerkat. Is there anything I can do for you, Roger? Before you die? Blow me.
To be honest, we shouldn't feel sorry for Roger. I found some extra footage from the news, and before the dog got him, he had quite the adventure.
Not tonight, pal.
Oh!
Titties, ass and titties, ass, titties, titties, ass and titties.
Rest in peace, Walker. Over in Canada, love is in the air.
The relationship that's formed between a pair of penguins at a zoo in Canada is drawing attention from around the world. Buddy and Pedro make mating calls to each other, groom each other, and hang out together. Some are referring to the 2 male penguins as a gay couple.
Toronto Zoo has a couple of gay penguins. Look at the way it was covered by Taiwanese news.
Like many animals, Buddy and Pedro are gay.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I can see it. I can see it in your smile.
What's on the news? They're really going for it, aren't they? Maybe that explains the way penguins walk. Luckily, they're surrounded by ice. Unfortunately, there's been some heartbreaking news for Buddy and Pedro. Zoo to split up gay penguins. It's so sad, isn't it? Apparently, a Hollywood film is already planned. Finally, in this section, let's pop over to Russia.
It's hard to believe this road in Moscow, Russia, was the scene of complete chaos on Sunday.
Chaos? Bloody roadworks, I suppose.
A drunken naked motorist sped through the city, crashing into 17 cars.
That is how you lose your licence.
I was doing 34 in a 30.
I drive car with dick. I make you get in Grand Theft Sex Pest. Luckily, I don't know what that was, right? Luckily, nobody was hurt. So, what happened to this bloke when the police caught him? Did they put him in jail? No, they let him on the floor like a shaved bear. Now what did you do? Look at him! He's like Mr. Blobby's piss brother. In fairness, you do get a little crazy after an accident. Check out this bloke from Arizona. This has to be the most animated description of a prang ever.
All of a sudden, I was just minding my own business. Bam! Hit me hard right in the back. I was glued to my seat. I was like, whoa! I could see the car funny. I was about to hit him, so I kind of veered off this way. Boom, boom, fire, smoke, everything. And it made a big loud noise like, boom! The wires come down. Boom! And then, bam! That fire was coming everywhere. It was sparking, blowing up. It was like a big rainbow. Boom! It was coming up. Boom! Boom!
This has to be the strangest fight ever.
Brendan Parham is the manager of the Wireless Center on Pearl Road. Last week, he witnessed their mascot, a gorilla, getting jumped.
A mobile phone company gorilla mascot was attacked. Pretty funny. Funny when you find out who jumped him. Banana attacked him. A man dressed as a gorilla was attacked by a man dressed as a banana. Listen to the way the shop manager describes the tussle.
The kid in mid-air flying like this, like something like a Spartan from 300, kind of, except he was a banana.
Brilliant, isn't it? This poor bloke just can't get his head around it.
The gorilla will recover. As for the Wireless Center, they think the whole situation is
bizarre, I guess. Not normal of the food chain.
Tell me about it, mate. It's a nightmare when your food fights back. Next up, I challenge you to find a weirder relationship story than this. Man claims prostitute turned into a donkey. A bloke in Zimbabwe slept with a prostitute and she turned out to be a donkey. Is anyone else thinking what I'm thinking? Should have gone to Specsavers. Imagine the police reporting the crime. Sarge, you got a criminal here. What's he doing? Have you ever played Buckaroo? Yeah, but he's not doing that, he's fucking it. No, you hang up. The best bit about this story, look at the excuse this bloke came up with when he was caught. I think I'm also a donkey. I think you're also a bullshitter. It's the worst excuse ever. Something called stealing biscuits. Why are you stealing the biscuits? Because I'm a biscuit? It's shocking, isn't it? You should never play with an animal for pleasure. Well, unless it's this. Now, this is the part of the show I genuinely don't know anything about. There's going to be a mystery guest who's been in the news. I have to figure out who that person is. So, please welcome my mystery guest! Hi, Russell. Nice to meet you.
And you, sir.
And what's your name?
My name's Rocky Taylor.
Rocky Taylor?
Yes.
Does Rocky have anything to do with why you're on the show today? It looks like it's got something to do with memorabilia.
Yes, sir.
Do you have the world record for the most film memorabilia in the world?
Funny enough, I have just won the Guinness Book of Records, but not for this.
Not for that? Are those Sugar Puffs?
Yeah, oh, that's a little clue for you. I was the original Honey Monster.
You were the original Honey Monster?
I am about the honey.
I thought that was Pat Butcher.
No. There's been a lot more sense, but I was the original.
And what was the line? Because people probably didn't hear that.
Tell them about the honey, mummy.
Have you ever used that line in your...
No, sir.
So I guess, is that why you've been in the news?
It's sort of why I've been in the news, but that's not the reason for being in the news.
Have you been an extra in all these...
No, not an extra, no.
Have you been in all these films?
I have been in all these films.
You're going to have to give me a clue, I don't know.
I'm going to show you something later, a fight scene. You're going to be involved with me in a fight scene.
You're a stuntman?
Yes.
Yes, you've been... Are you the world's... You're the most stunts ever.
No.
You've not done them. Just fucking tell me that. What is it? Go on.
Well, I'm the most experienced stuntman around at the moment. This is my 50th year as a stunt performer and stunt coordinator.
Well, there you go. That's worth a round of applause. Have fun. Can I have a look at you in action?
Well, what we're going to do, if you don't mind, sir, is
Yeah.
we're going to make you have a little fight scene with me.
A fight scene? Well,
Yeah.
It's about time we did that.
And there's a little clip we're going to show you. If you
Sweet.
want to have a look.
Let's have a look. We're going to show you a
a bit of fighting that goes on in the film business.
Great.
They call it our bread and butter money.
Well, that sounds fine. Where should we start?
OK, start here. I'll throw a punch to you. And what you have to do, your head has to go that way as the fist comes by.
OK,
bang.
I go like that.
Now, you watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, watch that. Now, quick.
Yeah.
Bang. That looks like I've hit you.
Yeah.
Right? So that's, the first one is that. You're going to do that to me as well.
Yeah.
That one.
Yep.
And then we're going to come into there. That one.
Right,
And you have to then fold up.
I have to go, oh!
And your feet come off the ground. And that's it, as if you've been hurt.
OK.
So we do that in two.
Yep.
One, slowly, bang,
Crack.
and then bang. You do it to me. Just come into here. Right?
Yep.
Do it again. Put it in, but you just pull it and you get... That's it. That's good. Oh, that's good. Do it again. Oh, yes, good. Right, and this one, you're going to go bang into
bang,
there.
and then bang.
This one first.
Yeah, that.
Boom.
Yeah, OK,
and then across.
All right, cool.
So do that.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. Oh, that's good.
There you go.
Good.
I enjoyed that.
Right, grab that bottle. See that bottle?
Yeah.
Now, you grab that. Don't grab it too tight as it breaks.
Yeah.
But then you hit me here.
All right, so I start it.
With that part of the bowl.
Yeah.
All right?
So, OK, yeah.
So put that back.
Fine.
So this is how we're going to start. I'm going to come into you.
Yeah.
Bang there.
Yep.
Then I'm going to pick up the bowl. You turn away as if you're going to walk out the door.
Swagger.
And I'll crash you. Then, after you've had that, you run and pick that up.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
See? Bolts of it. But you hit me on the back with that. Just that. So it's like... There.
That bit, yeah,
like
okay,
that.
yeah.
Crack.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, right.
Then I go down. Well, I go down to here.
It's like the biggest fight ever.
There. Right? Yeah. Then I'm going to come up, grab you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, yes! And you're going to go backwards, like that.
Yeah.
Crash.
OK.
And land on your back.
Right.
You want to have some one more?
Let's do it, sod it.
Sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, get more. You hurt yourself?
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. I feel proper finger, man. That really hurt. I was going to try and do a press-up on it. Fucking hell, that really hurt.
Go to the medic.
Yeah. I'll be all right. We're fine. It's going to have to be right-handed. Yeah. I think I've broke my finger. Yeah.
Just come with me for a second.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, well, sorry about that.
I'll be back in a minute. I've just fucked myself up.
So, there you. Told you. Stop looking at my old woman. I mean it, because I'm going to get the right hump with you, and I'm going to throw you through that
She's
window.
looking at me, though.
I'm telling you, don't do it.
Tell her. Tell me, you son of a bitch.
Oh!
Crazy son of a bitch. Victory! Ladies and gentlemen, please get from Mr. Guest, the wonderful Rocky! Have a look at this story about a group of eco-warriors who make you proud to be British.
Well, the spotlight is still on a small village near Scarborough where the costly battle for one tree goes on.
There's a group of protesters who are trying to save a tree. And I think the tree's going to survive, because you rarely see commitment this inspiring.
Are you prepared to break the law?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
So you're not saying no?
And I'm not saying yes.
Defiance! He's not the only brave soldier willing to risk his life.
What are you going to do if just someone says, you've got to get out, we're here with the chainsaw?
Well, I'll obviously get out. I'm not going to get squashed or get flattened. I'm not stupid.
He's such a hero. I'll tell you what, with passionate warriors like him, there's no way that tree is going to be chopped down. In fact, one day, I'm going to take my grandchildren to see that very tree.
And just over an hour ago, the beech tree hit the ground with an almighty thud.
Fuck it, Disneyland it is. So, what's going to happen to this fallen tree?
Well, some of the protesters here today have asked for part of that tree trunk to be saved for them. They want to turn it into a sculpture or perhaps a memorial plaque.
And I've seen the sculpture. This is definitely the most surprising statistic I've learnt this week.
Who took the cheese? That's the question a lot of retail stores are asking. A new study from the Center for Retail Research found that cheese is the most stolen food in the world.
Apparently police are looking for suspects. I bet these two are shitting themselves. So after threatening these criminal gangs. Did you get a diamond? No, I got a Dairy Lee Dunker. I'll tell you what, if crime gangs are stealing cheese, there's going to be some confusion.
You idiot! I told you to get me a mini Baby Bell!
Tonight's story is about a project called Playing for Change that uses music to connect and help people all around the world.
10 years ago, Grammy Award-winning music producer Mark Johnson had an idea that began with one powerful voice.
He had so much soul in his voice. And I said to him, with a voice like yours, why are you singing on the street? And he said, because, man, I'm in the joy business. I come out here to bring joy to the people. And that was a great start for a project to try to connect the world. A voice like Roger, a song like Stand By Me, and a man in the joy business.
On a shoestring budget, Mark travelled the world, recording little-known musicians. Some he found in places where music was a refuge from hardship and war. He called his project Playing for Change. The project is also building and funding music schools in places where Mark found his street musicians.
My theory of music is that if you provide people with the opportunity to listen, they can use music as a tool to make their lives better, to connect to other people, and to enjoy their lives.
That was great, wasn't it? Thanks very much for watching Good News. Good night.
Catch up with our brand new drama Pan Am here on BBC HD at 10 to midnight, with the first 2 episodes back to back. Next, though, a little music from the studios of Later.